Welcome to your little message that you need to hear today reading. Now we're going to pull a card for all signs. But before we get into it, I'd just like to really thank all my new subscribers and all my new viewers. Thank you so much for watching these videos. I really do appreciate it. I really do appreciate the time you spend to comment down below and tell me how this resonated with you or where you were from. And I appreciate your time hitting that like button. After all, it doesn't cost you anything. All you need to do is hit the like button and subscribe. And yeah, it will really help this channel and help me bring these messages to you on a regular basis. But anyway, thank you. But before we get into it, I also wanted to talk a little bit about candle magic, as we've been talking a lot about that in the last week. And we talk about the various color candle magics, so red candles, green candles, gold candles, but a lot of candles are white, and the reason for this is white represents purity, and you can manifest onto the white candle whatever it is that you're trying to manifest, whatever magic you're trying to create. Now to do this, you can use different colored candle holders, like a gold candle holder or a green candle holder, or you can just use, like I've used here, this red ribbon. So that in essence could be your red candle magic, just by tying a red ribbon to the candle. So don't stress. Don't stress if you've only got white candles to hand. If you don't have the color candle that you're of what you're wanting to manifest in. Now, green and gold are traditional colors to manifest in more financial abundance, more money. And let's face it, we can't do much in life. In fact, we'd all be out on the streets if we didn't have any money. So we often need more money to pay those extra bills, or just really pay those bills that have really stretched you. So so green gold, but we've just been doing, in the last week we were doing red candle magic to bring in more money, and that's been working really well as well. So red is the color of power. It's the color of success, sorry. So I'll leave that burning in the background. Now, the other thing I wanted is where I'm staying at the moment. A lot of my regular viewers, and thank you to my regular viewers, I do really appreciate you, know that I prefer a white background, a white table to do these readings on. But where I'm staying at the moment, it's got a more masculine vibe, a more masculine energy. Everything's dark wood and black and dark browns. So the only thing I could find was this Film Society anniversary tea towel. So it's a bit of white, but it's actually quite busy. But I'm going to roll with it and see how it works. Apologies to anyone who finds this a bit background. I usually like to keep my videos quite clean. But yeah. Okay, so right, well, let's get into it. And the other thing is, this is the second time I've actually spent, this is now probably the third hour I've invested doing this video, bringing this video to you today. This morning I really had trouble setting up the camera. I was really trying to find a good camera angle so that I could show you when I shuffle the cards, but it just wasn't meant to be today. And then so when I finally was happy with the camera angle after about an hour of fluffing around and changing around the room and the furniture, I launched into the reading. I did that for about an hour, and only to find that the technical difficulties, suddenly the camera stopped, that didn't record, it disappeared, so I lost that entire hour reading. So right, we're going to start with fresh. And what we're using today is we're using these, a new deck of mine, a new deck to me, I mean. I didn't produce them. And it's this Astro Ascension deck by Angel Skog. Now, Skeg or something, I don't know how to pronounce it, sorry. She is the Nordic Light Tarot on YouTube. And yeah, that's the back of the card. So these are the cards. So we are going to pull a card for all signs, but I wanted to show you that. Okay, so Aries, yeah, it was quite a good reading last time, so let's get into it. Spirit, what have you got in store for Aries today? What is the little message that they're meant to hear when they find this video? Aries, message for Aries. Well, we've got 3 Aries. We've got the angels, 444 and divine progress. And it says intuition, inner wisdom, higher guidance, clarity, stability, honesty, foundations, practicality, fulfillment, and angelic support. And we have Gemini. And when I did the other reading, Gemini was closely linked with Aries. So I think Aries and Gemini people will be hanging out this weekend or today. So we've got the Gemini card, and it represents I think. And it's linked with the Lovers card in the tarot. And it says finding solutions. Intelligent, curious, innovative, playful, insightful, quick-witted, social, outgoing, superficial, gossipy, and consistency. And lastly, we have the sword, represented by Archangel Michael, cutting the cord. Unhealthy attachment, outdated energy, endings, taking power back, courage, releasing someone's influence, and freedom. Okay, so 444 is the angel number of stability. So grounded stability. So there's definitely an era of practicality and fulfillment today. And you've definitely got angelic support around you, Aries. But also with Gemini, finding solutions. Now, Gemini is the social butterfly, so you're really going to be social. Finding like-minded people. And we've got the Lovers here, so it's also about choices, and there could be a lot of romance in the air for you as well. But then we've got the opposite, the Sword. Now, that brings to mind to me the Ace of Swords, which is breakthroughs. But the words on the card says cutting the cord. So releasing something or someone that's been holding you back. So you may have to do that today, Aries, as well. But we're going to read from the little booklet that she provides. As I find there's a lot of information to be found in these little booklets. So, you're surrounded by loving and benevolent angels. Together you're making your dreams and wishes come true. Yeah, so your dreams and wishes of a happy relationship, I think, are coming true for you today. Your relationships are just getting stronger, I see. And we'll move on to Gemini. The card Gemini, not the sign. Gemini. Well, this is still for you, Aries. Your mind is becoming very clear and you're finding solutions to your problems. You will be making the right choices. Now, you may have Gemini placements as well. And with it being your mind, it could be Aries Sun and Gemini Moon, or some combination like that. And if we go to the Sword, The Sword. You are ready to cut the cord with some unhealthy attachments and reclaim your power and freedom. Archangel Michael is helping you. Now, I don't know much about these archangels. I know a lot of readers really get into them. But yeah, it's really, to me, it's like a breakthrough's coming through. Perhaps you've released your unhealthy attachments to anything, really. It could be habits as much as people. But you're really releasing them, and there's some breakthrough today. And it's really bringing in new stability, more emotional stability. But it's also bringing you in the chance for new love or for more love in your life. Okay, well, thank you, Aries. We will move on to Taurus. So, Spirit, what do you have in store for Taurus today? Okay, what little message is meant to find Taurus? I think this is why a lot of readers do the picker piles, because doing 12 readings is quite draining on your energy. I mean, I love bringing these messages to you, and I know that's more popular if I do I pull a card for each sign. But my gosh, it's like doing 12 readings all at once. So anyway, Taurus, what we have today is we have the Pisces card, I Transcend, and it's linked to the Moon card in the tarot, and it says connect with your guides. Sensitive, empathic, compassionate, dreamy, artistic, creative, imaginative, spiritual, indecisive, escapist, confused, conflicted. And we have Pluto. Pluto, light of transcendence, judgment. Find power in the shadows. Transformation, intensity, destruction, death, deep truths, rebirth, renewal, power, wealth, obsessive desire. Right, if we start with the Pisces card, now Pisces and Neptune are related to artistic endeavours. And if you're watching the intro, you'll see that I just found this Film Society tea towel as my white background. So I really think your artistic endeavours, like perhaps you're involved in the film industry or you're wanting to bring your own film projects to life, whatever it is you're filming, it's really telling you to focus on those. And it's also linked to the Moon card and the tarot. And the Moon card can represent what's hidden. So sometimes it can be a sign of just buyer beware and, keep your wits about you when you're dealing with other people who might not necessarily have your best interests at heart. But I think it's about connecting to your soul, your heart, and really going into those creative endeavors. And, Neptune rules Pisces, and it's moving out of Pisces after 15 years. So it's major. It's bringing a lot of water. There is a lot of snowstorms and ice storms, and here in New Zealand, a lot of rainstorms. We've had a lot of landslides, actually bringing about fatalities. So really serious. When Neptune leaves a sign, it really brings an inflow of that energy. So Pisces is water. So there's a lot of water. So that last few weeks of Pisces will see a lot of water in the environment, in your practical environment. But then we'll be moving on to fire. It'll be moving into Aries. And it has yeah, it'll be moving into the fire. So then it'll be about bringing new energy and new passion to these projects that you've had on your mind and that you have just been in the air, or you haven't grounded these ideas and creative pursuits in reality. So it will be really time to take charge and move forward. And then Pluto represents power, sex, and money. So there's a lot of transformation here. And it's linked to the Judgment card. So there will be success and power if you bring out these creative pursuits. This film you want to bring to life. Perhaps it's your YouTube channel or something like that. They will be successful and bring you a lot of power and success. But we're also not going to forget, we'll read from the Sky book. So Pisces, the Pisces card, Aries, this is a message for you. Your guides have a message for you. Make sure to make time for introspection and meditation. And then the Pluto card. Pluto, you're going through a very powerful, important phase of your life. It might be intense, but it will be all worth it in the end. You're taking your power back and it will be epic. Hang in there. Yeah, so you might have a lot of people who think they're trying to be helpful but might be raining on your parade. You might be, when someone says, oh, I want to be an actress or an actor, a lot of people will say, well, that's not very practical because, it's very unlikely you're going to succeed. So it's time to just ignore those naysayers. Follow your heart, because where your heart lies, all these creative endeavors that you're wanting to bring to the light to show people the real you, there's power in that. So don't let anyone dissuade you from what you want to do, what creative pursuits you want to bring about, because really they will bring you power and success. But it's also things like creative endeavors like YouTube channels and filming and creating works of art. Now, you don't necessarily have to chuck in your day job, so you can still remain grounded to reality. So you still can keep that day job until you find success. So work around it. Other people will be happy to work with you and work around it as well. Okay. Thank you. Taurus? Oh, that was a message for Taurus. Sorry if I said Aries. Okay, Gemini. Next up, message for you. And we have the Sagittarius card, and it says, I seek temperance, dare to be free, adventurous, free spirit, idealistic, bold, optimistic, independent, philosophical, wise, funny, blunt, restless, and reckless. So I got a bit lost with Taurus, but Gemini, this is a message for you, and it's linked to the sign of Sagittarius. So you may be spending a lot of time with Sagittarians, or you may just have Sagittarian placements in your chart. But it's telling you it's time to seek and dare to be free. Be adventurous. And temperance is all about bringing balance. But it's an optimistic day for you. And we'll read from the little guidebook. So I'll just flick through and find Sagittarius. Your life is expanding and it's bringing you new adventures and possibilities. A new sense of freedom will be yours. And the sign of Sagittarius represents exploring. It represents overseas travel and international endeavours. So be really adventurous and dare to be free. So maybe it's about planning that unplanned trip overseas or that travel you want to do. You don't necessarily have to have these jam-packed itineraries. I know, I remember friends of mine decades ago in Australia. They travelled, they were best friends, they'd been friends since childhood. Um, and when they travelled together, it was a bit of a mismatch because one of them liked to have a really, really well planned itinerary. Um, and she would follow that itinerary to the dot, like, the morning activities, the lunchtime activities, the afternoon activities, and that sort of thing. And the other one was just like, oh, well, let's go and explore. So yeah, I think this is telling you to throw away the itinerary. Well, keep the itinerary free. Give you enough time to explore and be bold and go on your adventures. Okay, thank you, Gemini. Okay, moving on to Cancer. Okay, Spirit, please give us a little message for Cancer. Okay, Spirit, please give us a message for Cancer. And the Venus card is flipped up, so we'll take that one. And it is the Venus card, Light of Beauty, and it's linked to the Empress card in the tarot. And it says growing in love and abundance. Love, romance, beauty, sharing, attraction, harmony, artistic taste, desires, passions, value, money, luxury, overindulgence. So there's a lot of money or passion coming towards you today. A lucky day. So yeah, wealth is coming towards you, Cancer. We'll read from the little guidebook as well. From here, and actually, I don't know how she's ordered this, because they're not in alphabetical order. They're not in the order of the planets. So yeah, it's a bit tricky flicking through this little booklet, but anyway, these cards are fantastic. Venus, something has changed and it's bringing you beauty, harmony and love. You're growing in abundance and your desires are getting fulfilled. Yeah, so it's a very successful day, definitely a lot of money. And whenever this message is coming to you, even if it's going to be this year, you're going to be growing in love and abundance. Something is going to be very successful. But there's also a lot of passion. So, yeah, a lot of love and passion. So if you have been coming to this to find out what's in store in love, there's going to be a lot of love and romance coming into your world. So enjoy. Enjoy, Cancer. Okay, so moving on to Leo. Okay, Spirit, what do we have in store for Leo? What little message does Leo need to hear today? Spirit, message for Leo. Oh, okay. And we have the 5th house. And the 5th house is ruled by Leo. So we have 5th house, pleasure. And it's linked to the Strength and the Sun card in the tarot. And it says create a life filled with joy. Romance, fun, joy, creativity, hobbies, self-expression, inner child, dating, good fortune, fertility, children. So it's definitely a time to bring more music into your life, more joy, more music. There is good fortune around music. So perhaps you're planning on going to a concert, or perhaps you're planning on performing a concert. It is really bringing you in good fortune following these musical passions. But it's also bringing you in great joy and great fun. So if you were thinking about going to a musical festival, book those tickets and plan that travel, because it is a good sign. Now, if you're a performer, this is a good sign that you're going to have a successful career in music or any pleasurable pursuits. But we will read from the little guidebook here. And it says, fun times are coming ahead with a bunch of positive energy. You can use this in any way that you feel called to. It will be a good time for pleasures, romance, or creative projects. Oh yeah, so just enjoy whatever pleasurable activities. Just go and enjoy them to the fullest. Just forget about everything and just indulge your passions and your hobbies and whatever it is, because yeah, it's gonna bring you in good fortune, and it's gonna bring you in a lot of dating, luck in dating as well. So a lot of love as well, and passion. But it's also a good sign of if you're planning to have children, because it is a card of fertility. So yeah, really good sign if you were wanting to start a family. Okay, thank you, Leo. Moving on to the sign of Virgo. Spirit, what do we have in store for Virgo? What little message does Virgo need to hear? What little message from the Astro Ascension deck does Virgo need to hear? Wow. We have the Earth card and the North Node card. The Earth card, light of humanity, and it's represented by the World card in the tarot. And it says material manifestations, human experience, lessons, duality, nature, stability, comfort, safety, purpose, mission, lower chakras, Gaia, lack, fear, past life. And we have the North Node card, and it says Dharma and destiny. So I think Dharma is interchangeable with karma, which is more commonly known. And it says destiny is calling, soul's mission, purpose, where you're going, fate, your highest potential, the journey, the direction, your future spiritual growth. So the World card is all about success and completions, successful completions. But light of humanity means you're bringing about things that are going to change the world, Virgo. And of course, Virgo, you're ruled by the earth. You are an earth sign. So this is particularly relevant for you. But I'll read from the little guidebook. It says, Earth, you're co-creating with the universe to manifest the material abundance that you deserve. It's looking really good. So yeah, material manifestations, a lot of financial success coming towards you, Virgo. And then North Node, I'll read from that as well. North Node. You're following your North Node by growing into the person you need to become or reveal, and to fulfill your soul's highest purpose. So Virgo, the North Node is all about your destiny, your higher calling, where you're meant to be successful in light. What you've come onto this planet to do. So yeah, your destiny is calling. It's really telling you to follow your soul's mission. Find your purpose, because fate is on your side. You're going to be reaching your highest potential. And it's saying the journey as well. So, linked to the world card, and Earth, there could be a lot of international travel for you as well, or a lot of travel and exploring. Or you could be reaching the entire world with your calling. It could be something that's going to help and assist and really make a difference for everyone on this planet. So thank you, Virgo. Okay, moving on to Libra. Spirit, what little message do we have for Libra? Spirit, what message for Libra? Give the deck a good shuffle. Okay, Libra. Message for Libra, thanks. Thank you, Spirit. Right, there we are. The call. The call, 1111. So you might want to look up their angel number. And it says alignment, new gateway, activation, epiphany, divine timing, rapid manifestation, spiritual awakening, twin flame union. So Libra, when I did the first reading, you were told to... the messages that were coming in were telling you to make sure you share your story. You've been on a real spiritual journey and there are a lot of lessons to be learned. And by sharing your story, you will be helping others. So yeah, really make sure, don't be shy about sharing your own personal journey and your own personal stories. Show more of yourself. Share more of yourself. Because this is a spiritual awakening and there'll be a rapid manifestation around this call to share more of your story with your followers, with the world, however that manifests. And we'll read from the little guidebook. You're surrounded by loving and benevolent So I'll read that as well because that could be a message for you. You're surrounded by loving and benevolent angels. Together you're making your dreams and wishes come true. But the call, 1111, you're following your higher calling and you are in the divine alignment with what's meant to be. Exciting times are coming ahead. Yes, so it's really saying rapid manifestation of all your goals. If you start sharing, if you heed the call and start sharing all these stories from the last year. 2026 is about activation, divine timing, and really bringing these, bringing yourself to your audience. Okay, thank you, Libra. Okay, moving on to Scorpio. Okay, Spirit, please give us a message for Scorpio. Please give us a little message for Scorpio. Thank you, Spirit. Message for Scorpio. So we've got two cards again. And we have the angels, 444, divine process, intuition, inner wisdom, higher guidance, clarity, stability, honesty, foundations, practicality, fulfillment, and angelic support. And we have the 8th house, transformation. It represents the death and judgment in the tarot. And it says death and rebirth, baggage, trauma, metamorphosis, Metamorphosis, endings, magic, mystery, occult, sex, underworld, crisis, other people's money, and inheritances. So Scorpio, you rule the 8th house. So this is really pertinent for you today or whenever you're reading this message. So I'll read from the little guidebook. 444 represents financial stability. And the 8th house is all about the magic and the mystery. But also it represents other people's money and inheritances. So it could be representing things like bank loans and that sort of thing being really important. If you are looking at getting a loan, a bank loan, make sure you go through mortgage brokers or any sort of broker that goes into it. I know here in New Zealand they are not legally allowed to charge you any fees. The commissions they earn are paid straight from the banks or the financial institutions. So they're really worth it because they will go out and get you the best deal. So make sure you keep that in mind, Scorpio. Don't just go straight to your bank. A lot of people still do this. They go to their bank for financing rather than going to a mortgage broker. I don't really understand it. I don't think they know the benefits a mortgage broker can bring to you. The mortgage broker will act on your behalf. You are the client, whereas the banks, they're just representing their best interests, not yours. But anyway, I'll read from the little guidebook. It says, the angels, 444. You're surrounded by loving and benevolent angels. Together you're making your dreams and wishes come true. So I really think these advisors, whatever they are, if you're trying to get a bank loan, maybe it's mortgage advisors, but it could be any other advisors. Together you will make your dreams and wishes come true by working with them. Don't think you can do it all on your own. Because sometimes we don't get very far when we're working by ourselves. And then I'll read from the book for the 8th. Woohoo, you're getting rid of some intense and heavy baggage. It's about time the door closed. Be ready to be reborn. Oh gosh, that's an interesting message. Yeah, but the 8th house is all about going within. So you may need to, really dig deep about what it is, what it means to you. And maybe what money really means to you. What material resources really mean to you. And they might be this stability. They might represent this stability for you. Sometimes changing your language can help because some people get really antsy about the terms money. There's a lot of negative terms around people who are not shy about saying, look, they're after money, such as like gold diggers or shallow or but no, seeking Scorpio, we know seeking money or financial abundance is all about security, really. Being able to trust yourself and rely on yourself and no one else for your spiritual needs and also for your practical needs. Okay, good luck with it, Scorpio. Don't forget to ask others for advice and support and seek out those professionals because they are going to help you transform. Okay, moving on to Sagittarius. Spirit, what messages do we have for Sagittarius? What little messages for Sagittarius when they find this reading? Thank you, Spirit. Got the Lotus. Lotus card, and it's linked with the Master Buddha, and it says enlightenment, seed of awakening, awareness, meditation, spiritual path, liberation, ascension, deep truths and insights, purity and eternity. So Sagittarius, enlightenment is yours this year. There is a seed of awakening. You are on your spiritual path. So yeah, stick to it. Don't go back. It's not a time to give up and go back because it's starting to get hard. You are on your spiritual path, so stay on it. You're seeing success, so don't give up when you're seeing a little bit of success. Because if you experience a little bit of success, there's only more success to come. But I'll read from the little guidebook here. The Lotus. You're growing in presence and awareness. You're reaching the surface in a higher enlightened stage. Something has been completed with success and fulfillment. Yeah, Sagittarius, you're very, very close to success and completion. So don't give up now. Enlightenment is nearly there. Stay aware and don't forget to meditate and spend that time alone to really go within and seek those deep truths and insights that you're looking for. Okay, thank you, Sagittarius. Moving on to Capricorn. Okay, Spirit, please give us a little message for Capricorn. Message for Capricorn, Spirit. Little message for Capricorn. Okay, Spirit, message for Capricorn. Okay, so we've got home. We've got the fourth house, home and family. And it's linked to the Chariot and the High Priestess in the Tarot. And it says healthy roots, emotional safety, roots, foundations, ancestry, past, mother, femininity, nurture, real estate, domestic life, and happiness. Yeah, and the fourth house is all about home and family and property and anything like that. So I think you two, it's been coming through quite a bit, maybe because it's the weekend. A lot of people go out and look at open homes and new homes. But yeah, this is really about healthy roots, and Chariot is about, the Chariot card represents moving forward. So yeah, real estate ventures will be very successful at this time. But it's also about happy domestic life and just happiness and a real feeling of solid foundations, of being connected to your roots. But Capricorn, let's read this. Fourth. You've been healing your roots and they're getting healthy and strong. Your home life will be reflecting this in a very positive way. So yeah, it's a very happy home life. Happy and secure home life you've established for yourself. So well done, Capricorn. Okay, moving on to Aquarius. Spirit, what do we have in store for Aquarius? And that was quick again. Gosh. There must be a lot of Aquarius followers who, or viewers who watch these readings, because the Aquarius one just pops out very, very quickly. In Aquarius, you've got Arcturus. I don't even know how to say that. The Master Manifester. A higher timeline, and it says pioneer, natural born leader, stargazer, highly evolved, masculine energy, a doer, ancient gifts, sacred geometry, and scientific. And look, you can see the world in sparkles. So definitely you are a Master Manifester. You are manifesting a lot of success and abundance into your world. And it is all about the world, reaching a bigger audience. And there's all these sparkles here too. They're supposed to be stars, but they're sparkling. It's going to be a sparkling day and a sparkling year for you, Aquarius. But yeah, let's read what this has to say. You're shifting into a higher timeline and you're unlocking your master manifestor abilities. You'll be manifesting big from now on. Yeah, there's real success coming into your world, Aquarius. So congratulations. Okay, moving on to Pisces. Spirit, what do we have in store for Pisces? And that didn't take long either. Okay, we have Andromeda, the high vibration, magic and miracles, heart-centered, highly gifted, creative, imaginative, intuitive, freedom seeker, teacher, healer, balanced, yin yang. Well, that just basically is you, Pisces. You are imaginative, you are intuitive, you are a freedom seeker. And you are highly gifted and heart-centered and creative and imaginative. And then we have the Raven, and it's linked with Master Saint Germain, whoever that is. I have absolutely no idea who that is, never heard of that one. So it says, seeing through illusions, energy awareness, alchemical gifts, powerful transmuter, fearless, the seer, truth seeker, the very spiritual one. And Pisces, you are very spiritual, and you are the seer. But there's a lot of magic and miracles coming to you today. But let's read from the book. You're leveling up and your vibration is rising. Your guides are ready to bring you some miracles and magic. Enjoy the new freedom that comes with us. Yes, you're really moving up to the next level, Pisces. So well done. That hard work. And I know it's been years for a lot of you. Perhaps a stage of 14 to 15 years as Neptune is moving through your, has been moving through your sign for about the last 14, 15 years. So suddenly you're going to see success. Then we'll read the Raven. You can see what others cannot. Trust your instincts because they're right on point. Follow your truth and transform anything that blocks your path. You have the power to do so. Yeah, so I really think you have abilities and powers that other people don't. Perhaps your colleagues, you are going to stand out, and that's going to bring you success, whatever that is. Maybe it's a new job, a new position, or just a promotion at work, or anything like that. Anything. There are magic and miracles in the air. But yeah, it's going to be all about you. It's about your powerful gifts that you have, your spiritual, your intuition, which is actually going to lead to the success. It's going to be very, very important in the coming days, weeks, or even the year ahead. And trust your instincts because they're right. Okay, thank you, Pisces. And thank you, everyone. I really appreciate your time watching this. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and comment down below. And we'll see you next time.